I like to add a lot of everything. Beautiful flavors. Excellent. Hi, I'm Reuben Riffle from Reuben's in Franschhoek, South Africa. And it's summer in South Africa. So our favorite cooking method this time of the year is called a braai. In most other countries it's obviously known as a barbecue. But quail is actually excellent on a barbecue. We are going to marinate it a little bit. Some chilies for a little bit of bite. And I'm going to mix in that tablespoon and a half of sweet soya sauce. Just a little bit of grapeseed oil. I need a neutral oil, not an olive oil, extra virgin, that will give off too much flavor. I just need a neutral oil that won't change too much of the flavor, but will help to lubricate the quail so that it doesn't stick to the grill. So another tablespoon of that. Then just some garlic. It's really quick marinade. It's not something that you'd have to use for overnight marinating. We'll just chop that up finely. The black pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice to it as well. And then some fresh coriander. Some fish sauce, Thai fish sauce really. If you don't like this flavor, you can also just use a little bit more salt. This really just gives a lot more depth to your marinade. So that would be another tablespoon and a half. And then we're just going to start pounding. You have to pound it into a fairly smooth paste, because what we don't want is once it goes onto the grill that all our marinade sticks to the grill or just falls into the coals. We don't want that, so it needs to be quite smooth. Okay, that should do it. Just get that extra bit off there. Then we're just going to flatten our quails. Press it there on the rib cage and we'll just push it down. Now for the marinade, then I'm going to rub it in. I'm going to add a little bit of salt as well, because the marinade's not salty at all. The Thai fish sauce gives it just a slight saltiness, but really you need a little bit more salt just to help with the development of the flavors too. It's all about flavor, and we want as much of that as possible. So a bit of salt, and then we can put that to one side. For our salad, you can prepare it while your quails are marinating. I want texture, and also I don't want anything that's too sweet. We're going to use fairly green pear. I'm also going to use small green pepino in our salad. You can also substitute this with mango, not too soft and not too sweet, because it also obviously adds to the texture of our salad. Okay, now we can start tossing all of these together. I'm just going to add some spring onion. I'm just going to slice that up. Our dressing, which will also be quite an interesting sweet and sour, spicy type of dressing to go with our quail. I'm just going to use some spring onion, just 2 or 3 would be fine. I'm just going to add some unsalted peanuts and some raisins and just some shaved dried coconut. And then we'll quickly make our vinaigrette or our dressing. Coconut milk. That should be enough. Chili jam, just 1 teaspoon should be fine. Then I'm going to do 1 green chili and 1 red one. This one I want slightly spicy, so I'm going to use some of the pips. If you don't want that, you can take the pips out. And some lemon juice. Then we're going to use some of our fish sauce again. I'm going to add a bit of mint to this again as well. Just going to roughly chop it up. Okay. Okay, so the dressing, I'm going to be tossing through this just before our quail is done, just so that all our nice fruit and veg can just soak up that nice vinaigrette. And also I want the flavors in the vinaigrette just to develop a little bit more, so that can go to one side as well. And then we're ready to put our quails on the barbecue. It's important that we have a temperature that's not too high. I would prefer sort of like a lukewarm coals, specifically because the marinade is slightly sweet and it can catch very quickly. Now is fairly a good time to start tossing our salad. Our dressing's been standing for a few minutes, so I'm just going to add that to our chopped up salad ingredients, toss it through, and then that can stand for another, say, 10 minutes. By that time our quail should be nice and cooked, and then we can start to eat. I'm going to add all this dressing. And then again, I'm just going to be using my hands and I'm just going to toss it through. Very lightly. Obviously you don't want to damage any of the fruit or crush any of the fruit. Okay, perfect. And that can stand for a little while we wait for our quails. So with a quail, it's obviously also important, just because we don't have a lot of fat, that you keep on checking it. One of the important things of having a barbecue in South Africa is that it's normally done at parties or when you have a lot of friends around. It's really the best thing to sit around a table, have some nice South African beers, or just have some excellent South African wines outside in the sun. Okay, our quails are ready to be served up. Just going to put it on a little bit of a platter. Our salad should be perfectly marinated by now. Add it next to your quail. That looks delicious. That looks nice and summery. Paired with our nice South African white wine. Can't see anything better.